Hey, tip top of the afternoon. This is Jeff for Thursday, March the 17th. FOMC meeting minutes came out today. Wanted to go over gold and precisely speaking, gold futures. You can see we've had a pop here on gold today. And we want to go over that on a chart here. We'll get a much better chart. I have some charts already drawn up for us. But gold futures have taken a pop. They're about $7 off the high. Whoop-de-doo. But again, FOMC said, hey, whoops, sorry about that. Yeah, we're not raising rates. I don't want to make the market crash. But still, things are somewhat inevitable with wave patterns, where we're at, yada, yada, yada. So we are left unchanged at about 0.25%. They're going to have to raise it. They got the printing presses out. They're making more money. Inflation's raising. People know to run to gold. Okay? It's just only a harbinger of things to come. So let's, again, only about $7 off the high, somewhere in that range. I'm going to shut this chart down. Bring up a couple of these charts on gold futures. And let's pick it off at the monthly first. Best to go with some context. Always want to go to your bigger charts first and have a general understanding of the market. Okay, on gold here we had back in the 2000 era, 2008 to 2011, we had a giant, what we believe this whole thing, giant wave 3. Okay, for those of us Elliott wavers, and an ABC down making a wave 4. Okay, over here. And from that, so wave 4 over here, giant wave 3 up here, wave 4, and then now we're making a wave 5 consisting of a 1 here. Let's just do some scribble. 1 here. I can't even do this freehand. I had to go freehand. Pretty poor there, Jeff, but we'll just say a 2 here, and we believe we've had a giant wave 3 here. Okay, and really my 2 ought to go over here, and I really ought to erase a couple of these, but we'll get into that. I'll try to redraw this for you. So we had 2 here. Then of this wave 3, we believe we may have had a wave 1, wave 2. These should be littler numbers. And wave 3 up. And what we're working on is a retracement of this giant wave 3 up. Okay. We still believe this. So this will have a. This is a 4 we've made. Prayerfully, it's in the books. This wave 4, and then we would have a wave 5. Maybe a little higher up. I don't know. I'm gonna let the market decide. A wave 5 of this giant wave 3. Pretty crude here. Okay, so I hope you guys got that. So here's our 1, here's our 2, and then we have a 1, 2, 3, 4. We want to make a 5 of wave 3. Okay, that's very crude there. This was the monthly chart. Let's take it on down to a weekly chart. First time doing that like that. That was ugly, but we'll get through this. So what do we want to look for? So typically a wave 3 retraces a 23.6 to a 38.2 to a 50. I've even seen a 61.8. But typically a wave 3, this is a Fibonacci, these numbers here, a wave 3 will retrace anywhere from roughly 20 to 50%. Okay, what did she do? Well, it looks like she bobbled around our 23.6. I deleted that. Came down, hit our 38.2. Came back up for wave B. Okay, so that was a wave A down, B up. And we have a beautiful wave C played out. We believe this is finished. Okay, again, I'd like to see, it's a little tough on this charting here in this area. Okay, but I would have liked to see this thing hit its 161.8 retracement. It hit our 127.2, and I'll get into that in a minute with you. But, and I'd also have liked to seen the 50% retracement, okay? If you note, this whole thing here, drawing a retracement, it fell to about a 38.2, bounced up, and we really kind of wanted it to come back and hit our 50% area, but it doesn't have to. We're not here to tell the market what to do. Usually, a lot of times, I'll often see a 23.6 retracement on a wave 3, and maybe even a 38.2. And that's what we got. We got a 38.2, and she went a little lower. Now, could this thing go up here and come back down? Yes, it could. Okay? It still could, for those of you that are like fearful of this. What we want to do for our wave C, there's a couple things. You draw an external fib from here to here, from the end of wave A to the end of wave B, and that gives you these two levels here, this 127.2. So you see, this is 100% would be this whole wave. Like if it went down to here, that's 100%. This is 127.2, this green line, and then down here on the red or on the gray is a 161.8. Well, what does a wave C go? It typically goes either 127.2 or a 161.8. We didn't quite get all of that 161.8, but we definitely got our 127.2. What are we trying to do with all this? We're trying to narrow the area of a finality of a wave C. Okay? How is a wave C comprised? Well, it's comprised of an ABC, A, B, and then wave C. Wave C here is comprised of an A, B, and then wave C has a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? And I'm going to drop this down to a daily chart, and we'll hopefully pick it up from here. Here's our daily chart. Again, this is this whole wave C here, expanded. This whole thing, wave C, this whole thing down. Okay? Alright, and so what do we have here? Well, we have our A down, our B up, then we put our external fib, remember that? From the bottom of wave A to the top of wave B, we get our 1272 and our 161.8. Did she quite make it? No. But is it up for us to tell the market what to do? No. We also have to rely on our Elliott wave numbering. We got our A, ABC, A down, our B up, and then let's pick apart our wave C. What we have for wave C, we have a wave A down, wave B up, and then of wave C, we have our 1 down, 2 up. Wave 3 is the tricky one. Wave 4 and wave 5. Of that wave 3, you can kind of see a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 making up this wave 3. Okay? It gets really tricky down in here to come up with this wave 4 and 5. Could she still come down here and throw us a curveball? She sure could. Okay? For those of us wanting to get along, yes, she could. But I would say, venture to say, we've had some good bullish signs out of the market here. Notice this impulse wave up here. I'm going to take it down to today's FOMC meeting minutes. But those are some things to look at on the day chart. Let's take it down to even a 4-hour, and yes, even a 1-hour. So let's look at a 4-hour. So if we say that this whole area here has been a wave C of wave 4, remember we did our wave 3 on our monthly and weekly charts. ABC down makes a wave 4. Well, what's next? Well, we're going to go for our wave 5. Okay? So how does that start? It starts with a wave 1 up, a wave 2 down, and a wave 3. Giant wave 3 comes. Okay? So what would our wave 1 go? Okay, well, normally it'll go up. Sometimes we're going to have a 2 push here. And this could be consistent. We'll look at it on the 1 hour chart. But this 1 retrace, 2 pushes, looks more of an ABC. Still could be. But if you pick that apart on a 1 hour chart, it was a beautiful 5-wave run. Well, what does a 1 hour retrace? It typically retraces a 50 to a 61.8 retracement. Where did that thing end? Bing, bang, beautiful. Beautifully stopped on a 61.8 retracement level. What does it do after that? Okay, turns back around. So what comes after wave 1 or A, 2 or B? We're going for a wave 3 or C up. Now, what I believe is we've had a wave 1 here, up into this level, wave 2, and now this impulse wave today with FOMC meeting minutes is either a giant wave 3 started. So this could just be one of 3 of the actual wave 3. Like this is wave 1 of 3, 2, and then inside wave 3 we have 1, 2, giant wave 3 to come maybe. We don't know. But let's keep a heads out for things on this chart. Let's take this down to a 1 hour and we'll call it quits. Enough jibber jabber from me for the day. Here's our 1 hour. I'm going to pick this apart here. Again, you see this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, of wave 1. What we would like to call wave 1. Okay. Then we have a B, C down. Okay. And where does she hit of that wave 1? Again, I'll pull out the rules for you, but you should look them up yourself. Wave 1, or guidelines, shall we say, not necessarily rules, but a guideline is that wave 1 typically retraces a 61.8% retracement. What did she do? Okay. Take that out. What did she do? Price went up and came back down to that 61.8 retracement. Okay, what does she do after that wave 2? Well, here again, wave 1 up, 2, 3. Now, one thing I wanted to show you here really briefly and quickly. This is a nod to Chris Capri. If you ever want some great training, Second Skies Forex trading, look at Second Skies. Chris Capri has some great courses on that. Nod to Chris Capri. Well, look at this retracement. Very big. Again, we hit our 61.8. We've talked about it 3 times or 4 times. So we have this big retracement down. What does price do? It comes back up, tests this level right over here, wicks up into it, says, yeah, not yet. Takes a retracement, comes back up. But look how little this retracement is over here in this area. It's not as big as this. What happens next? As it goes to break this, we have this explosive, what we'll say is a beginning of wave 3. This is an impulse wave right here. And if you're in that, that's not something you either try to short. Like, you don't want to short this. This is just a little profit taking again. We're like $6, $7 off the high. Asia, actually, we may think, oh, they're just going to dump it. No, Asia may even push it harder. They may push it harder. Okay? So, let's stay with the plan. This is an impulse wave. Enough blabber from me. Could she roll down? Yeah, all the way back down here? I don't know. I think we have a pretty good structure going here. We have, they're going to be printing money for bonus, for stimulus. You know, they've signed the bill, the money, the machines are printing. People are going to flock to valuables if the S&P, the markets do fall again, and if inflation rises, gold becomes valuable. All right, let's see how this plays out. Enough blabber from me. Jeff out. Have a great evening. We'll talk.